growing. And when I make the audience, everyone who is still a student, I hope I'm including everybody who's listening, because the message that I want to give to those who are still at university and those who are beginning their career is that even when you finish university, even when you complete a professional certification, that is not the end of your education. That is not the end of your learning process. Learning, growing, understanding new things, being exposed to new things, being exposed to new ideas is something that hopefully we do every day. Yes, finishing university is a very specific achievement, and we get our diploma and we have a ceremony, and absolutely we should. But for those of you who are at university who are just recently finished university and recently graduated, this isn't the end of learning. This isn't the end of what it is that we need to continue to learn and know and grow. And if you ask your professors, doesn't matter what topic, if as a student you ask your professor about how different their field of study is today compared to when your professor finished university themselves, it's different. Every field changes and grows and develops over time. And business is the same thing. Accounting and finance is the same way. Accounting, as we know it today, debits and credits and that double entry accounting system began over 500 years ago. So the process of making journal entries is 500 years old. Companies have been doing accounting even before there were journal entries. They didn't know that's what it was. They didn't understand it, but that's what we still had to do accounting. So even though the debits and the credits are the same as they were 500 years ago, all of the information that we have in accounting, all of the decisions that we make as accountants and that we help other people make have grown and continue to grow. And all we need to do is look at technology. How much has technology impacted the world of business? Information is available that was never available before. Companies have so much information now that they run the risk of not doing anything because there's so much information. You're always able to get more information and do more analysis. So the process of learning and understanding the area that we work in never stops. It never stops. You get your diploma, and that's wonderful. And you may never get another diploma. You may never get a professional certification in your career. But each certificate, you need to be prepared to continue to learn, develop. And I know that if you're young and at the beginning of your career, you have in your mind, your plan, your expectation is that you are going to become the CEO of a large multinational corporation. It might be a corporation that already exists, or it might be a company that you start. And the company that you start is going to grow and expand around the world. And that's very possible. It's very possible that will happen. But the thing that you need to keep in mind is that nobody has ever become the CEO of a company or the owner of a large company or a successful entrepreneur mentally become the CEO of a large company. You don't accidentally become a successful entrepreneur. If you want to be the CEO of a company, the president of a company, the finance director of a company, that requires a specific plan on your part. You will need to know certain things. You will need to have certain experience. You will need to have experience in different parts of a business. You will have to know things that don't exist today because technology is going to change. The way we do business is going to change. And so if that's your goal, to be that leader of an organization, you need to be prepared to make a plan and work hard for that to happen. You need to take a job with the idea that this is going to help me achieve my career goal. This is going to help me become that position that I want to be in the future. And I know right now in the world, around the world, it's sometimes challenging for fresh graduates to get that first job. I just talk to people in different countries every day who are saying, well, I'm having trouble finding a job. What should I do? I agree. It is challenging. But the thing you need to keep in mind is when you're searching for your first job, you only need one. You don't need 15. You only need to have one job. And whatever that one job is, even if it's not the job you wanted, even if it's not in the company that you wanted to work for, you need to do that job very well. And if you do that job very well, you will get an opportunity for a better job and a better position and a better company. Whatever it is that you're doing, studying at university, your first job, even if your first job isn't what you wanted it to be, if you do it well, the people that you work with will see that. And they will give you an opportunity to do more. I was just talking with somebody yesterday about strategy. And we were talking about how it is that a person within a company becomes involved in strategic decisions. And that's moving up in the organization. And we were talking about the fact that if you want to get promoted, if you want to get the next job in your company, you have to show your boss, you have to show your manager that you are capable of doing it. The only reason that they will consider you for a promotion is if you are doing your job very well. So as you start your career, as you start going out into that corporate world, keep in mind that this is not a short-term process. Your career is going to be 30 or 40 years. And you need to make a decision about what you want that career to be. What is it that you want to do? What industry do you want to work in? What type of position do you want to work in? And then you start asking yourself the questions, what knowledge do I need to have? What skills do I need to have? What experience do I need to have in order to find myself in a position, to put myself in the position where those jobs become available to me, where those are the jobs that companies are going to offer me to do? And if you have that plan, you know what it is that you need to do. You know the skills that you need to have. You know the knowledge that you need to have. Now it's just a matter of doing it. Once you have that plan, you know what you need to do. And it's just a matter of every day you wake up trying to get one small step closer to what it is that you're trying to do. And the first step to that is whatever your task is today, whatever your job is today, doing it to the best of your ability. And every day, try to learn something new. Try to learn a little bit about your job. When I talk to CFOs about the people they need to hire, the new hires that they're hiring, the people that are coming to their organization after university, the one common comment that I get from these CFOs is that they're looking for people who want to learn. Okay? It's great that you know the debits and the credits. It's great that you know how to calculate the cost of capital. It's great that you understand all the basics of finance. That's wonderful. But what they're looking for is the person who comes to work and says, I want to learn more. I want to understand why we do this. Not just what we do and how we do it, but why we do it. When you start on your first day, you have a very small area that you're responsible for, a very small area of responsibility. But somebody is going to use the information you create in your job. Okay, you create a report, you send an email to somebody. In the back of your mind, ask yourself, what is this person doing with this report? Why do they need it? What decision are they making? How is this helping the company? And if you understand what that person is going to do with the information that you have created, ask yourself, how can I make it better for them? What additional information can I include? How can I present this information a little bit differently to make it more usable to them? One of the topics that you may have come across in a business class is continuous improvement, and how companies want to implement a continuous improvement plan where their production process every year gets a little bit better. You need to have a continuous improvement mindset for yourself. What are you going to learn new? What experience are you going to have new? What are you going to add to your own personal knowledge base that you're going to be able to use in the future in your career? Now, I have been in the training business for 25 years now. My company is going to be celebrating its 25th anniversary next year. And so in those 25 years, I've helped a lot of people pass their certification exams. And certification exams are an important part of this learning process. Part of this, the knowledge and the skills and the tools that you need to do your job. And I know that some of you have just passed FMAA, and I know that some of you are studying CMA. For those of you who are doing that already, congratulations. That is a very, very, very good decision that you have made. Hey, once you start studying for a professional certification, it's going to benefit you for the rest of your career. It's a long time. That's a very long-term benefit that you're going to get. And so as you start your career and you start looking at what you want to do in the future, what your job you want 3 years, 4 years in the future, see what those skills and tools and knowledge that you need for that job are. See what professional certification people in that position have. Because if that's the position you want to have in the future, finance director, controller, CEO, CFO, CIO, whatever position it is that you want, in order to get that position, you need to be able to demonstrate to the company that you have the knowledge, the skills, and the tools to do that job successfully. And so if there is a certification that people in that position have, you need to get that certification. The knowledge and the skills and the experiences that people in that position have, you need to make certain that you are learning those things and getting that experience. So when the company says, we need to hire a new finance manager, who are the people that we have in the organization that can do this job already? And if you have the certification, you've gotten the experience, you have the knowledge, you have the skills, and you have the tools for that job, they'll hire you. Because you've already demonstrated that this is what you want to do, and you have done the things that you need to do in order to have the skills and the tools necessary for your job. That job that you want, not your current job, the job that you want. And so I will just conclude kind of by saying the same thing again, that in the 25 years that I've been involved in training, what is important in your career is that you know more every year than you knew the year before. If you want to get promoted in an organization, you need to be able to do that next level job. You need to have the skills and the knowledge and the tools to do that. Congratulations on your university education. That is the most important, critical first step. But your process of learning isn't over. It's only beginning. This is a great foundation, and you're going to continue to build on what it is that you've already learned. But you will have to continue to do that building for the rest of your career. And that's what makes it exciting. If you talk to your professors and you ask them what was their job like, what was their field like when they started their career, it's very different now. And for you, the world of accounting, finance, marketing, management, whatever it is that you're studying, it is going to be very different in 15 years, in 10 years, in 5 years than it is right now. And your most important thing for you to be able to meet those challenges as you go into your career is to have a mindset that you will continue to learn. You will continue to get new experiences. You will continue to get new knowledge. You will continue to get new skills. And you will continuously improve what it is that you bring to your company, whether it's your own company, the company you work for, whatever the case may be. So congratulations for those of you who have completed a certification, for those of you who have completed university in the process. This is wonderful. Great congratulations are in order for all of you. And I wish you great success as you continue to learn and grow. As you move into your career, you continue to develop in your career. I wish you great success and enjoyment with a lifetime of learning, because that's what's ahead of you, and that's what's going to make your career exciting and new and different every year, is the fact that you continue to learn throughout your career. So thank you again for the opportunity to speak. I know that I think I may have gone over my time. I appreciate that, and I will give the microphone back to somebody else.